Does this work? Yes, now it works. All right, here we go, guys. Welcome, everybody. This is Igor in Russia. World's most famous Igor. And we're going to talk about Russian metwurst in Finland and the renaming based on, well, the background is Russophobic, racism, all the good stuff. I'm being sarcastic. And I haven't covered this topic for a while because, for a while, but this has gone again. It's getting a new crazy levels. So I think I just gonna cover this. I need to have a say so the world knows. Yes, and somebody used the correct word, psychosis. In what crazy psychosis this country is, how people are prepared to do these kinds of decisions because, well, and pressure company doing some stuff based on that. Is it racism? It is racism. When the metwurst is called Russian metwurst because it is Russian. It's not produced in Russia. It's the recipe is Russian. It's a Russian recipe, and when you change the name to something else, we're gonna cover that. That's racism. Yeah. For example, well, let's get into that. Finland has its own history with racist foods, and this is taken like some in a weird way, backwards effect. All right, guys. So the news is there's been a lot of different these kind of things before. Let's say with borscht, renaming Russian borscht to Ukrainian borscht. And all this stupidity has been going on for 3 years in this country. But this is the latest news. This is just in. So let me read the translated news about this company's Kotivara. And this is one of the last pieces they still have after they have sold out Russian metwurst. They're gonna produce the same thing with a new name. All right, so the name of famous metwurst changed after more than 70 years. So they had the name Russian metwurst for 70 years, and now it's no more Russian. Now it's something else. And thank you, Roy, for being members for 12 months. Thank you so much. Hello, my friend Igor. How are you? I'm okay. I hope you've heard about my new decision and new things going on in my life and trying to dedicate myself to travel. So Russia travel especially. So yeah. But I'll do another live stream about that topic. Guys, remember, use super chats to support and comment and join in. All right, so this is just in like a couple days ago. Yes, this is news from yesterday. And they changed it before. They didn't make a big deal of it out of it, but somebody made MTV News, Finnish MTV News made an article about it and saying, did you notice? Meaning that they probably didn't intend to make it a big deal because, I don't know, even they probably have some sort of, consciousness. I don't know. All right, Wilson filed a complaint. You won't win, but you did the right thing. All right, so it says Kotivara, it's the company's main name, no longer sells Russian metwursti products. And notice it's not Russian metwurst, it's just the name of it because the recipe is Russian. Gotcha. Yes, Noel, thank you so much. I did it intentionally because this bullshit won't slide through anymore. So company from Oulu, it's a little town up north. Well, it's in Finnish scale, it's okay sized city or something like that. Tiny place, anyways. It has it's known for its metwurst products. It has changed the name of its traditional Russian metwurst product after more than 70 years. And in the future, Russian sausage products will be sold under the names traditional sausage and light sausage. So no more Russian metwurst or light Russian metwurst. And yes, I did buy for this reason. For example, I like Russian metwurst. I do like other ones as well. But now I'm gonna tell you, it's a little thing that I can do, but I won't be buying Kotivara's products no more. I hope I hope their product won't sell anymore and they go out of business after 70 years. I truly hope that. It would serve only right. Um, so they say that the change is based on extensive customer feedback and research on the basis of which we have carried out brand and portfolio renewal. So the thing is, because this country is Russophobic, people say it's not. Anybody who speaks in a normal way Russian will say they have experience. You can easily experience racism, Russophobia, on different kind of levels, and I can go on with that in a different topic. But so, of course, these people who hear all the time the negatives and who hear that basically everything Russian is good to be banned or try to, boycott. Notice it's not Russian, it's just the name. Even the names being Russian should be banned. That's what they think. So now, because of this pressure, they decide to change. Okay, from the company standpoint, I do understand that, but I don't know the figures that their sales go down or what. But anyways, this is basically saying that if you have like a, let's say you have like a far right government or no far right mentality of people, and people start to say, no, we want this discriminatory cheese, or let's say if Finland they had this special cheese, that special chocolate which was called kisses, suukot. Finnish people know this. So they changed the name amongst many other things during the 90s because they were not appropriate anymore. They were racist. They found the name were racist. So just in case if people are starting to get brainwashed into being super racist towards black people, for example, and if people would demand that we need to change those chocolate back to its racist names, I wonder, would this company, if they own that chocolate, would they change the name because of the public pressure? I don't know. So based on this knowledge, they would. So they are okay with people being Russophobic, and they want to change the name. So very interesting. They say sales of the new products began in February this month, but stores may still have products under the old brand names. Oh, I'm sorry that you still have to see the name Russian Medvorstin for a while, but don't worry. Soon you won't. Soon you will see only this other name, this generic bullshit name for the Medvorst of yours. That's what they say. And they before this, during the 3 years, they've been saying that no Russian raw materials were used in the sausage. Which that's understandable. In EU, you cannot easily sell meat or other stuff from other countries. By the way, join the chat, everybody, and yes, join the chat. They say in the article, the name Russian Medwurst has sparked a lot of discussion on social media in recent years. I wonder in which freaking groups they are chilling. Maybe some crazy racist groups. I'm sure there are plenty of discussion over there. You can't always decide what to read about. If people are in psychosis and crazy, you maybe don't want to spend your time reading that bullshit. So discuss social media about recently due to Russia's operation. In 2022, they didn't say operation. In 22, the magazine Humi reported that Kotivara had put the "We support Ukraine" stickers on Medvorsty packages. This is one of the things that's happening. Everything that is Russian, they are actually competing of who puts the bigger Ukrainian support or stand or sit or lay down for Ukraine or whatever stamps on. This is something that they really, really been trying to do. This is what we call whitewashing, right? So Kotevara's Russian meatworthy products do not use raw materials imported from Russia. That's why it's not as good as the meat in Russia. By the way, the food is more tasty. But the product name only refers to the Russian meatworthy recipe. Yes, indeed. So why the hell would you change the name just because some idiots demand you to? According to the story, recipe of Russian meatwurst was brought to Finland and Kotevara via St. Petersburg, then called Leningrad in 1950. Kotevara fell in love with the recipe and considered it so valuable that it was locked in the sausage factory safe. In 1951, Kotevara began manufacturing the product for sale, so they stole it. Russian, German, and Finnish sausage? Question mark. Russian meat sausage traditionally uses pork, beef, and horse meat or mixture of these, as well as lard. Meat sausage is often seasoned with black pepper, garlic, and herbs such as coriander. And Russian meatwurst gets its aromatic flavor from cold smoking process. In addition to Russian meatwurst, there are also German, Dutch, and Finnish meatwurst, among others. Dutch and Finnish meatwursts are traditionally dry, dense, and usually made from pork. These meatwursts are also made by cold smoking. All right, enough of this BS. So there you have it, guys. They actually did it. It's still a Russian recipe, but they changed the name to traditional meatwurst. Thank God they didn't lie to the people calling it like Finnish traditional, some other bullshit. So it's bad. I think it's bad. So to support the real Russian meatwurst, protest. I will eat. Let's try this real Russian meatwurst. It's called Russian meatwurst, and will still continue be. Oops, I opened from the wrong side. It still will be continue to be a Russian meatwurst because people who guys, you can change the name, but it's still Russian. I hope you know that. Anybody who buys, everybody who buys the Russian meatwurst under other name is still Russian. Yes, and I will eat also a Russian borscht because it's Russian. Sure, there is differences between. Looks like salami. Yeah, but it's meatwurst. It's like meatwurst. In Finland, they sell it like this, sometimes in longer sticks. And this is the fat one. There's also the one with that is light, but they changed that name too. Mm. I hope this does not contain horse meat, though. All right, guys. So, what do you think about this move? It's not nothing out of the ordinary. The psychosis is very, very deep amongst these people. It's very deep. For example, there was a design in a letter of Z, which is it's not Russian. So some company declined of building a official building in Helsinki center in the form of Z. But then again, these crazies are sometimes they don't want to. Sometimes they are really tough on this. But then, for example, let's say there's a special line between Helsinki and Lahti, other city, and it's always been a Z line, so it's still letter Z in the front of. So crazy. Hello, Edelwolf. Cheers with the Russian metros that they will try to name. Well, did try, not only try, actually named it differently. So cheers to you guys. Yeah, let's do some comments, guys. Monica says, Russophobia has always existed in Finland. Now it's sadly more or less acceptable. Yes, and it's been all before that as well, but now it's even more acceptable. I just made um, what's the word? There's a lot of crazy, parliament members in Finland, and um, some of them are really racist, openly racist, and now they get even more support, and now they are brave enough to write that stuff, even though it's not far from it's going a long way for them to try to write something longer than just one two sentences. But I made a complaint about this one um, parliament member who openly just uses racist slurs against Russian people. So I guess she will get what she deserves. Maybe we could swap places with Igor. Yes. Guys, there's a lot of people, everybody wants to go somewhere. It's not about like this is a better place or worse place. For me, St. Petersburg and Russia is the place I want to be. Unfortunately, I'm not right now, but I will be soon. But it's not just it's no facts. If you're searching for certain things, some places are better than others. If you're searching for another place, whether it's values or maybe it's like just the income or maybe it's just the social benefits, because there's a lot of those people trying to go to Europe and get just the social benefits, and that actually is you can see those in statistics. So very funny that how things work out. um Bread and cheese for sandwich, what you guys are talking about? As you know, I've done a lot of videos. um I'm trying to release them daily, but I will try to do more and start my trip to Russia. Let's do another of let's have another Russian myth first right now. It is good. Russian in Finland, sausages are very good, but in Russia, smoky stuff is way better, I think. Edowu says, I took a picture of a bottle of Russian dressing, pasted it on Facebook, got put in Facebook jail. Wow. Lost like 10 Facebook friends. Hello. Yeah, that's old news, man. I had that stuff way back in 2014. Hyperion stayed in 1 month in Helsinki. You need 5 hours to see everything in um, to see everything that you need. Mostly Russian with the Russian history. Giovanni says, "Good evening, Igor. Some time ago, you gave the address of lawyer's office that explained how to live a year in Moscow. Uh, it's not an email. It's in my every YouTube video. Hold up. It's in also here. So there's a form that you can contact. I'm gonna put it here. It's too long. Hold up. Here we go. Just use this link, and it's a free. You can contact them freely, but also if you need to continue, they will let you know. Yes, it's Braiden Consulting, and if you contact via my link, you'll get a discount if it proceeds to something that requires payment, for example, something official. And yes, they know what they're doing. Maybe we should use them and sue Kotivara for stealing, for changing the name for a racist basis. But anyway, there's a lot of these type of things. Um, a lot of restaurants and products change their names. I've still seen something Russia this and Russian that products, but if they get more attraction, you get these crazies online trying to reach their company. And in Finland, everything that is related to Russia, they are really scared of. So even though this is their main business, doing some medforsti, but despite that, they had to change it. So, man, I had some other examples lined up, but can't remember right now. Hyperion says, I am Greek and my wife Russian, love to explore Russia. It's so big place for us in EU who grow in a small countries like mine in Greece. Wilson says, it's easy to me to ban Cotivara product because I don't use much meat products and I haven't bought 10 years, nothing met worse. All right. I usually like light metwurst on bread, and you cannot bring meat from Russia even before all this. Now you cannot even bring officially meat, sorry, vodka, for example. You can bring champagne or beer, and I used to bring it, but it's a bit tough, so I don't bring anything of sorts. But I used to. I like milk, for example. That's the weirdest stuff to bring from Russia, but you cannot bring it actually either. I know Russian metwurst is best metwurst in all metwurst. Yes, yes, it is. And fortunately, we are now in a situation where it's been 3 years, so most of the changes has been done already. And it was easy because the psychosis is the best word. Psychosis for anti-Russian everything, not related to politics, anything. Just the fact that somebody travels to Russia, that's they've been trying to, get you socially banned. And what I do is I just openly show my love to Russia, and I don't give them any room to share their just crushed. I'll crush them like literally. I don't I won't hear none of that shit. So that's what I suggest you guys do. A lot of people travel to Russia and they're like, I don't want to travel, or they're trying to keep it down. Guys, who cares? If there's some crazies trying to reach out to you or through someone, f them. That's the best thing to tell them straight up to their face, like f you. And that's it. Usually these people are like little people, and I don't mean size. And they won't be able to, they probably get shocked, or if they're not shocked, they're gonna just attack you verbally. That's just and you will hear actually the real opinion, or how their mind works, which is not much probably. Do you think the US will ever lift travel warning and restriction to Russia considering the current situation? Well, listen, these warnings also, they are totally BS. They are warnings. They sound much. They sounds like they're something official. Travel warnings. You have to read through your, journalistic glasses. Meaning, many of them are political ones, meaning that they don't want you to travel there just because they don't want to or they don't like the country. Then there's the other thing. Some people will say, well, Russia will kidnap you. Well, that's total BS. And those who are taken into custody, they have a good reason to. So, a lot of Americans I know, I helped them out to travel to Russia. In Finland, officially, they say don't travel. Despite that, tens of thousands travel from Finland to Russia. Tens of thousands travel to from Estonia to Russia daily, not daily, but daily thousands travel. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing, will they lift it? I think we're going the right way. America is doing a good progress, and now they're actually seeing maybe what it's all about even clearer, I think. So maybe they lifted some kind of a hyper security, anti-Russian hyperactive, digital activity. They lowered that down. Things are going into a better direction, and the reason why the Europe doesn't like it is because, well, they've been on the war path and trying to get a certain result. Let's put it like this, which is not in line with the new Trump's administration. So they're really mad like little kids. But America is doing now things that probably will make our countries' relations a bit more tolerable. There will be probably some attempts by the EU supporters to maybe do something that will, take this off the rails, probably. But I hope we will all prevail and things get normal and there won't be even worse situations in the world. Let's put it like this. So yeah, so you can travel, but will it be lifted? I think so. I think so, but it'll take a little more time. And I hope the Swift, is it Swift, the Western bank cards working in the Russia. I hope this will change. Even one of the first things that will be changed back to normal. That will help us travelers to Russia a lot. Like for real. Do you think the U.S. Okay, what else do we have? Join in the chat, everybody. Hello, Santa. All is well. Well, it's okay. YouTube is shitting on me, but trying to do my battle. And yes, guys, remember, hey, 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 support your Igor with a super chat. It's easy. I forgot to put this on. Maybe sanctions be lifted soon. Yes, and the banking system is one of the major things, of course. They will probably try to somehow up their ante on the like as much as USA will make things normal, they might try to in the Europe try to make it worse. It's possible. I don't know. I hope not. We all just want a peace, and that would be the best. I'm sure many people don't like it. Kieran, remember, still get your Russian bank card when sanctions are lifted. Yes. Let's hopefully also they will change the system with the SIM card, because that was a big deal. Like seriously, the SIM card is a bit tough right now. Well, Russia doesn't have troubles with sanctions in a way that we ordinary people will see it. There are some sanctions on the oil industry and that type of stuff, and that influences, of course. But for us normal travelers, the using your Western bank card and these type of things are usually the ones, or Apple Pay. These are the things. I was reading about Finland's foreign policy under the two PMs. I can't recall their names. Doesn't matter. In the 1950s and 70s, why do you think this hatred of Russians is backing? This hold up now. This is Karthik. Very good questions, and I'm gonna try to address it. But first, I'm gonna send my love to Edelwolf. Thank you for your super chat, and you guys join in, support the next travel to Russia. I'm always in need of more support because the support is very limited. I'm thankful for each and every one of them, but any support is good for the next adventures. Michelle, going to Russia SIM card or no? Yes, you can go there easily, and you just need to use Wi-Fi and that type of stuff, and you'll make it. That'll be fine. All right, Karthik. So first of all, the Russophobia never left. I was listening, and I actually streamed it. I made a video about it. It was a Finnish historians group. It's not Russia, pro-Russia, or anything like that. Actually, it was organized by and he was there. It was by the former foreign minister of Finland, and he was one of the organizers of this society association. And there was a very interesting professor whose speciality is Finnish-Russian relations, Soviet Union, etc. And he mentioned very interestingly that of course, during you have to go way back, because Finland was part of Russia from 1809. Before that, there was battles between, well, Sweden and Russian Empire. And since the moment Finland became part of Russia, there was good times, and it got worse especially during Nicholas II, and there was issues. They were made to study Russian, and the Russians were brought on the same level as the local ones. It's a big topic. But going into when the revolution came, first of all, they loved many of the tsars, and they loved being under Russia, because there was a movement for independency, but it wasn't a big deal. It got bigger during Nicholas II, and when Russia was losing the First World War, it's got its chance, and it separated. But before that, they were pretty happy for it. Actually, they was wondering why Alexander III was hiding from certain groupings in Russia, and it is reported people saying that why he's there, he should come here, he's safe here with us, and because they really liked Alexander III. And but when the revolution came, they were happy, and actually there was a moment when Finnish people were really happy, and collaborative thought discussions were held. but pretty close after that, like in 2019 or something like that, it became clear that actually it's more beneficial for Finnish people to hate on Soviet ones. So it was the main topic was that it's this Russian hatred, even though it has some roots, but it was kind of created. It had some roots, but it was created and it was maintained all the way up to this moment. That's the topic. So 1950s and 70s, why it has returned back? No, it's been there all along. And of course, it got a big spike, understandably, during the Winter War with the Soviet Union. And instead of Soviet Union, people still say Russia, 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 but it's actually Soviet Union under Georgian ruler. These kind of things. So it's very interesting topic. I'm just taking some bits and pieces here and there to answer, but it's not that simple. So it always been beneficial to keep Russia as enemy after independence, after the Winter War, all the way up to this moment, and of course, especially now. So it's pretty easy because after the same thing as well, it's pretty easy to get your certain topics and certain decisions through. It's easy to make to make some decisions because when it's totally appropriate to hate on a whole nation of people, not if trying to bury the history, all the positivity as well, which is totally unspoken of. It's easy to get certain things through, like for example a NATO decision, which was not even a democratic decision at all, even though for decades it's been spoken that we're gonna have a vote, but all of a sudden nobody needs a vote and just some a survey on the streets is enough. All right, guys. First of all, thank you, Michelle Lioness, for super chat. Thank you so much. Mm, there's a guitar behind you. Are you going to play at this stream? I won't be playing at the stream. Last time I played a live stream with some rock things, it's been like a couple of years maybe. I might do it in some point. I need to maybe rehearse a little bit. I haven't been playing for a long time. I'm being overexhausted with content creation with my other channels as well. Travel Russia. Then there's other channel that is my Time to Travel international channel. And then there's Igor's Russia clips. Wilson, kiitos. Kiitos super chatista. Kiitos. Thank you for your super chat, Wilson. Oscar. I actually am gonna reply to you. Spasibo. Guys, what you think about this main topic of ours? Is it okay to change names? Well, in this case, under allegedly under certain group of people's pressure. Like I said, I don't know about statistics. There's other stuff that they try to change. By the way, I forgot. Let's have another for every chat, every super chat. We're gonna eat a Russian methods. За каждый супер чат мы кушаем колбасу. And Michelle, oh, I'm not able to comment, but yeah, but thank you. And member Santa, you've been member for 2 months. I need to put some more member only content. There's always some member only content. Go check out membership. Marco says, no, it's not okay. But seriously, this is good. I haven't eaten these, I've eaten only light ones for a longer time. I didn't see a light one in my local store. This is now in Finland. I hope to go to Russia next week. And I will try to, before spring, I'm going to go somewhere. During the springtime, I will try to go to, I'm going to go to Siberia, guys. I'm gonna go further, and maybe I will go to Belarus as well, and Kaliningrad, and some other places. Здравствуйте, добрый день. Who is in charge of changing the names? Well, in this case, it's the company, but allegedly, based on their comments, they've gotten their you know they have got some feedback. But I wonder why a lot of other things. Something that they haven't been changing, by the way, is racist names of certain locations still on the map of Finland. There's like racist slurs against Russians as a local, as a places of on the map, some names of the places, and that's they haven't been hurrying up to change those for 80 years, or how long Finland's been independent. Oh, sorry, 100 years plus, and but this is something they have to change. The freaking methods, which is actually still a Russian recipe. Another thing is very popular salt pickles. Very the best pickles of Finland actually are Russian. I've been intending to do a video about that way before, but I dropped these Finnish topics because it's a very small niche, and like historical stuff. And 100 videos about those, but I still have a lot of unedited for years. And what else? Yeah, this the recipe was Russian, brought from St. Petersburg as well, but the name I might do it someday. The other video. Can you guess which cucumbers? Sorry, which pickles am I talking about? Finnish pickles, which are actually a Russian recipe as well. And who changes the company, or people trying to I call them crazies, because if you see those crazies, you'll know they're crazy. Psychosis, the ones in psychosis, they're like ban everything Russian, and suddenly they're trying to learn. Well, I'll be quiet. I love deer sausage. We get 2 deer every year. Good food. Well, yeah, it's that's some luxurious stuff, but don't eat deer. They're beautiful. Every animal is beautiful. All right, what's your Instagram? It's Igor under dash in under dash Russia. Igor in Russia. It's all in my video description. Give one example of place they hasn't changed. Well, they haven't changed any of those who were racist from begin with. But for example, let me show you. Out of my mind, just quickly. Is it this one here? Here it is. Hold up. This is one of the many. I will try to put a movement in some point. I won't win, but I will try to make a movement and make this more, you know, um, you know, get more attraction and get more noticed with this, because I had enough of this people who are so fake, being so good people, but then they're always two-faced, two-sided. Did Finland do this renaming? No, this is not actually a Finland. The topic says Finland. It's just to make it easy, but uh, the renaming is by the company. And the other thing is, of course, I can give you a lot of examples. I could do, like, I don't know, I could do my PhD, or what you call that, final, what you call that on university level, the final book, final work that you do. I forgot the word. Thesis, for example. I could do a thesis about this. I have studied it so much. But for example, there's a lot of if you go to if you read the history, let's say places which have a strong Russian background, very often anything Russian is being, not, if not hidden, they are renamed, or used words in a way that give you a weird vibe of it, anti-Russian vibe. For example, the best thing was that this is not the mic, by the way. Best thing that I remember out of the blue, making my extensive uh, research about it. For example, going to Porvo, which is like place where Finnish independence began, thanks to Alexander the First. Nobody else, just Alexander the First, Russian Tsar. And so, if you read the history, they called the change of the Swedish rule, which was totally, you know, that's been whitewashed throughout the years. But the Swedish rule was basically they just milked Finland for everything. They never gave much back ever. And when Russians came, they actually gave a lot. Political reasons, sure, but they gave a lot, meaning autonomy, own money, own all the good stuff. A lot of great stuff happened during the Russian rule, and but nevertheless, because of integration of the Swedish Finns into the society, um, you read about the history of Porvo, for example, as the great, I don't know, was it the great, as the marriage of Finland and Swedish ended, and Finland and Russia became blah blah blah. So it was a marriage, holy marriage, you might add, that was ended by these bad Russians who gave autonomy. It's these kind of insinuations are throughout. And here we go. I'm not gonna read your name, but how about Sortokaura? Sortokaura was this eras what I told you about earlier, that there was especially bad ones during the Nicholas II, and I did mention that. And but you know, you can also make an you should actually just, I don't know, as a ruler, would you do it any otherwise, meaning bringing Russia into, as official language? And things were so good before that they are sortokausi means, I forgot what, how do you call that in English? Oppression times. I think even the oppression times, even though I do understand what happened, but I'm not sure does the oppression actually is the right word, or is it also because of the propagandist reasons named as that, or isoviha, big hate, you know and these type of things. It's interesting. History is very interesting, how you create illusion of certain things. You can do it both ways. The Russian company did the rename it to protect market share. No, it's finished product, finish finish everything. The name Russian Metwurst has been for 70 years because the recipe is Russian. They took it, stole it in 50s. They were happy with it, but all of a sudden, just because they found internet, some people from backwoods people found internet and wrote that we don't want this to be Russian. It needs to be traditional Metwurst. They changed it. That's the reason. All right, guys. Final questions. Join in the chat, and I'm gonna answer your topics. Let's see. Uh, and here we go. Santa, thank you much. Thank you for your super chat. Do a visit inside Kremlin live. That'd be cool. Do you mean Kremlin as in the presidential Kremlin or the touristic Kremlin? Because I have been intended to go to Kremlin walls for a while. You can have a tour there. I won't probably do a live stream. I think it's maybe not the best thing to do, but to do a video. But if I'm able to go to some administrational things in the future, I would definitely do a video as well. But thank you for it's been on my mind. Sometimes with YouTube, you never know. So, it would be risky to do a live stream when you don't know will it be um, it will be aired. President office. Of course, I will. Yeah, sure. I will let you know, guys, if I'll be in the presidential office for sure. I am banned. No, you're not. And welcome. Kieran, it's so funny the world says Finland is the most happiest place in the world. Yeah, that's I don't want to shit on Finland any more than I have, but it's definitely not. It's cringy news. Everybody says so because it's easy to do so because they made a news about it, but just go outside, you will know it's not. And everybody in Finland knows it's not. So I don't know what to say. Does it contain horse meat, your metwurst? Well, let's see. I don't think so. Hold up. It does. It does actually. And it says EU and non-EU. Could it be Russian? Man, you shocked me now. Focus on your trip, stay great. Thank you so much. There's a lot of, I will try to develop my travel Russia, this channel right here, guys. I don't know, is it live? Hold up, let me just switch account. I will try to focus on this more and more. Live streams are going to be on this channel, Igor in Russia, but subscribe here, guys, or unsubscribe, because that's a newer channel. Some of the videos are doing way better than the channel with 25.8 thousand subscribers. So yes. All right, guys, you have the last couple of minutes. St. Petersburg, yes, but I will try to expand my views, guys. I will try to expand and see more of Russia for sure. Um, if we're talking about neighboring areas of St. Petersburg, where I want to go is, of course, Petrozavodsk, Pskov. I have to edit the video from Veliki Novgorod, guys. Still haven't. I haven't released every video from Tver even, guys. But they're gonna be a little bit jumpy. We're gonna go back and forth with the videos a little bit. I hope you understand that the continuation is not always there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks everybody for your super chats. Let me give you, by the way, a thank you for Santa as well here more. Your support is appreciated, guys, and we're gonna need it going on forward. And yeah, it's a bad news, but I want to keep you guys updated, give you the insight and my expertise in a way. Expertise in a way. What do you think of Mr. Z's beatdown in the White House? I think it was interesting because, first of all, the Western media, even to my surprise, started saying that I'm going to continue just a second. To my surprise, they were saying all sorts of things, supporting Mr. Z. But Mr. Z, I don't want to call him that. But the weird thing is, nobody actually. There was only one in Finnish media, for example. There's only one special expert who said that it was understood why he was like put down in a way in live on air. Why? Because he definitely disrespected the whole White House Oval Office easily, easily. So to come over there and try to, humiliate vice president and president in front of their home field, home media, it was media, what you call it, anyway, media pool. It was crazy. And the guy just probably saw too much of Macron video where Macron like flipped in and corrected Trump and got a lot of information, got a lot of media coverage because of that. And he thought he's going to do it the same thing probably. But Macron is not a superpower, but he has power. And this guy is actually always asking for this and that. Totally different, relationship, and there to disrespect, especially when Trump is the way he is. So that was the big no. And of course, all the things leading up to that. So yeah, I think was the best TV ever. Santa Siberia for sure. Trump might flip, yes, for sure. But I think he's been saying he's going to bring peace, and that is one of the main agendas. All right, guys, now we're going to continue on with the night. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. We have a good live stream. It's been a while since I had a good talk, energetic talk. I'm back, guys, and I see you again with the new videos. There's a new video from Russian Military Museum. From it's good quality 2K. I think it's 2K. Anyway, go check it out. My winter visit to Russian Artillery Museum once again, and showing you some stuff. And go check out if you see something that you know and comment. Everybody have a nice night and goodbye.